Give me a second. Trying to pull up this on the laptop also. We had to go from the phone tonight because for some reason it wasn't having it. Computer wasn't linking in, wouldn't allow me to live, so let's see what we can do. I'm here, y'all just give me a second. What's good, everybody? Let y'all pile in for a second. All right, let me go over here and figure out.
What's happening, YouTube? So
Darius Johnson said, let me tell you, I hit the he said I hit the like button before the words even start flowing. My boy, keep it up. Thank you, man. So yeah, as y'all know, with construction, man, this time of year it's busy. Not just as a worker, but as a boss, it's busy, man. Not to mention the job we're currently on is an hour away from my house. So driving every day, trying to get these jobs done, make that money, and do this YouTube. You know, I don't just YouTube. I'm not a YouTuber. This is you see me on YouTube, but for the people that live out Richmond, they know they see me everywhere. Like it's more than just I come on here and YouTube. The construction is that's what got me here, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. Valerie Holmes, a salute. Zach Michael, salute. Tiana Jennings, what do you think about R. Kelly, and how do you his time will be? He ain't gonna have no problems. Now, I was working on a video the other day talking about the misconception. Jim DiGiulio, appreciate it. The misconception, man, that everybody paints this picture like sex offenders are being tortured in prison and that they're not there. They're there. A lot of those dudes check in out of their own fear, like, man, these dudes are going to kill me or whatever, but they're there. And with the paperwork thing, you always hear people talking about paperwork. All your all them charges show is what you're currently locked up for. They don't show what you were locked up for maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So a lot of these dudes in there are sex offenders and just don't nobody know because they're currently on something else. I appreciate Chad Marks, blood on the razor wire. But how's R. Kelly gonna do? He's R. Kelly. There's a lot of weird dudes in prison, man. Dudes are gonna more than I mean, there's always gonna be somebody gonna try to make a name off of him, but at the end of the day, dudes are also going to want to say that they kicked it with R. Kelly. It's a new world we live in. This ain't the 80s and 90s where, automatically right off the gate, them type of charges get you killed. Nah, it's not. Them dudes are in there from east to west. Please believe they're sex offenders in every single state locked up, and not all of them are PC. See, like Ronell said, he got a pass at Cook County Jail. Cook County Jail in Chicago gave R. Kelly a pass and let that dude walk around. Like, come on, man. Hey, Chase Sully, you gonna watch your mouth or you gonna have to get up out of here. PC's protective custody. That's where you go like when you're scared for your life. Here in Virginia, we don't have a PC. We have the hole. So, you're going to the hole. Russell Richardson, Jay, what's your advice on the cold turkey quit? Struggling but doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Can't nobody stop you or start you but you, man. I drank my whole life and realized it was affecting my health. Woke up one day and was like, man, I'm done. I'm done. I know dudes that have quit Suboxone, heroin. Appreciate it, Chad Mark, blood on the razor wire. Salute, bro. I know dudes that have you just straight up quit heroin, quit Suboxone, quit methadone. They wanted to and they did. Brad Simmons, hey, thank you, salute. Anybody I missed, man, I love y'all, salute. How's this boy Bubba doing? Bubba's all right. Staying with his brother, man. He's been, down a hard road since he been home. But he's doing all right, maintaining. Probably watching me right now. I appreciate all y'all too, man. Thank you, Maggie. Salute. Did they take the Robert E. Lee statue down in Richmond? Yes, they did. They're tearing statues down everywhere. And if that's what's got to happen to make, if that's what they think is gonna make people get along, then do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, like, people are always gonna feud because stupidity is always gonna, strive. That's just what it is, man. Seven days sober. Congratulations. 50,000 days clean. Hey, that's awesome. So you always got them fresh caps on. I am a hat junkie. That is my addiction. Sneakers and hats. Y'all can see I'm at the fight this damn. And we're back. So we're just gonna do this like this, because clearly Juicy TV, always look forward to your videos, bro. 100% real. Salute, man. Thank you. Let me flip this around. Y'all gotta bear with me. Shit just got real funky on. Just did what it wanted to do. DJ Nicky Mateo, hey, salute, man. Do you have any kids, Jay? Yeah, I do. I got a 19-year-old and I got a 4-year-old. My 4-year-old is bad, man. We just put him in his own room last night for the first time. And I'm so used to sleeping with him. I went in there and I seen that he looked cold. So, me being dad, man, I went in there and got into bed with him. He woke me up this morning and said, Dad, I had a nightmare. Thank you for sleeping with me. I said, it's going to take some time. I'm going to miss dude, man. He's been in the bed since on the Razor Wire TV side. Try to keep up with your hat game and cannot do it. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of people that can, man. I'm going to show you my hats and my shoes one day. We'll get around to it. Clay Battenfield, Houston Texans house. Hey, salute, man. 15 days off methadone, Russell says. Struggling, but still doing it. Keep doing it. It starts with 15 days. That's just a start. And always remember this, man. Everything you went through to get to this point, the moment you backtrack and decide to get high, or you fall off the bandwagon, you've done all this for nothing. Think about how good it's going to feel when you can say 150 days, or you can tell somebody else, man, I quit. You can quit. You can do it. You just got to, if you've done 15 days, you're over the hardest part, which is the decision to quit. You decided to quit. That's done. Keep doing it. Joe Rogers said, #1 YouTube prison channel. More than that, but still. Yeah, it's been a while. Jay, you got a favorite prison movie? Yeah, it's not really a prison movie though. South Central. Great movie with the boy J-Rock. Great movie, man. Then the one they put out recently, where the dude was like a lawyer and killed somebody driving, and then ended up going to prison. Got all caught up in it. It happens. Valerie Holmes says, staying clean and sober isn't easy. Salute to all you fighters. You got this. Absolutely. You know, I just found out. I was talking to Lil Bubba, which y'all have been asking about. And Lil Bubba's stepdad was a man that he really influenced me in life. Like, no cap, man. Growing up, he was that dude out there that had workers and this and that. I gotta readjust. I hate this angle. So the dude gave me a job. He taught me a lot of what I know. He taught me a lot of what I know about construction. I worked with him for many years. Dude battled addiction. And I asked Lil Bubba the other day, this is his step pops. I said, man, what's up with John, man? He said, oh, you ain't know? I said, no what? He's like, hey, John's dead. I said, what? John's been dead. So I just found out that he died, overdose. Rover Vine said, hey, Jay, I'm from Northeast Philly. Where did you roll in Philly? Southwest. I'm not sure if I'm getting y'all's comments, man. I was out towards 68th, Elmwood, Woodstock, Greenland, James Pascal, Finnegan Park. All right, it's not showing me y'all's comments. Let me see. Live chats. There we go. Samsung said, you ever been to Laos, MA? It's a big Cambodian community pull up, but nothing but love there. Nah, man, and it's been a while since, like, for real, since prison, since I even kicked it really any Cambodian dudes, man. Why is this shit not showing me my messages? You have been to NYC? Yes, I have been all throughout. Jay, what is your heritage? I'm Indian and Irish. You know, people doubt things like that because they say just based off the way I look. But we got to do family photo time sometime in the future, man, so everybody can see like I'm my dad was legitly Cherokee Indian, not like one of those things where you hear somebody say, "Oh, I got a little bit of Indian in me" or something like that. No, pops was straight Indian, and my mom was redheaded. Then you get me. And that's another reason I don't drink. Terrible, terrible combination. I got to keep refreshing the chat for some reason, huh? I turn something on when I drop the phone. There we go. Kevin, what's up, man? Kevin, want to salute, man. That's my dude, man. He said, get that shoe game up, Bell with him. Hey, my dude Kevin's got so many shoes, man, that I helped him move one time, and I legitly filled up the whole back of my truck with trash bags with nothing but Jordan boxes in it. True story. I'm catching up though. I wish I could do the slow mode. I don't know how. I don't like pushing buttons, man. Oh, do not stop live streaming. See how to push some button now. I do a lot of Air Maxes. Noah Delano said, what shoes you into? I do a lot of Air Maxes and I do a lot of Jordans. But like with the Jordans, like they've got a, I'm not just gonna wear what everybody else wears. I just ordered a pair of Jordans the other day that were actually manufactured in '95. So they're like for real, like, you know what I mean? What's up, Jay? How's your day? Dude, can we get a collab with Lockdown 23 and 1? Y'all the only two prison channels I watch. Yeah, I just gotta get out there, man. Josh is good people, man. Everyone saw David wasn't solid. Who's David? Hold on one second, y'all. Because I gotta do a couple things since we gonna do this from the phone. Boom, that's number one. Who was David? Robert Brown said you should get your wife and kids on the show. That's not for me, man. Everything ain't for everybody. You know, I do the YouTube. My kids come on occasionally, but when it comes to family members, like I can wear anything I say. I would never want to get them caught up in anything that goes on here, have any repercussions for them. So I just try to keep this between me and y'all. I've asked them to come on, not what they want to do, and I would never press that towards them for some views. Scotty22 said, yo, when you linking up with Banky Pound and doing a video? I haven't talked to Banky since the last time I talked to Banky, just a couple weeks ago. Well, Banky's a good dude, man. If y'all ain't checked Banky Pound out, go check him up. I seen Domi in here a minute ago. Domi in the house. Salute King Domi TV. Check Domi out. I'm right by Southwest Graves Ferry in the house. Okay, that's what's up. Salute. Trying to catch up on the messages, man. Y'all just give me a second. There we go. James Johnson, salute, man. He said, Jay, can I get a shout out? You're my number one inspiration for staying out of trouble. Max, he said, hey, Jay, what happens to Asians in the joint? Do they get by or bullied to the max? It's not really, I'm telling you now, I've seen dudes bang out that had nobody of their race with them. What's going to happen to you is what you allow to happen. Dudes are always going to take like the path of like least resistance. The guy that don't fight back or will just take a slap off. Those are going to be the guys people usually go after. But the dude that's known for thumping and throwing hands, they're not going to mess with, man. If you're a stand-up Asian dude and you'll fight if you have to for the most part, you'll be all right. Don't look for no fights, but don't run from them either. And it also depends on where you end up at. If you end up on a medium, max, minimum, blow on the razor wire TV chat, marks and outside fly whenever, hit me up. I'm gonna do that. How many times you bite your lip? A lot. The Nicky Mateo says, yo, Jay, I think I speak for everyone. You are loved and admired and respect. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, thank you, man. You know it's worth it when somebody reaches out to you and tells you how something you've done has changed their life or their way of thinking, kept them out of trouble. As a young man on YouTube that actually, he just wrote me a letter. The guy's got to be like 12, 13 years old. He wrote me a letter and then just like took pictures of it with music playing in the background, talking about how I had affected his life and changed the way he viewed things and his outlook on things. And it really, the dude didn't have no views, no comments. I commented back just to let him know I'm watching, I'm listening. And that's what it's about, man. It really is about being somebody that people can relate to and not having to force yourself on them in a manner to make them understand that there's more out there. I was that kid that I wouldn't listen to nobody. And I can't sit there and act like all the people that ever spoke to me, some of them were street dudes, because I was in the detention center. They would bring dudes in just like me, but I just wouldn't listen, man. I was one of those dudes that knew it all and had to learn it all. Edwin Ivy Moon, this is so you please read my prior $20 super chat so Max gets a treat from me. I love doing that, darling dog. Hey, thank you, Eden. It would take me a minute to find your last super chat. Greenlight Ghost said, people don't understand the same people in jails, the same people in the streets. Stand tall at all time, mind your business, period. Absolutely. Everybody thinks that everybody in jail is like people that haven't been picture jail is like this place is just all savages run loose. True indeed, there is savages in there. But not everybody in there is in there on some crazy shit. You got guys that steal, guys that drink, guys that do drugs. And then you got a handful of killers mixed in. Once you get to prison, that's where killers go to retire. I met a lot of good people locked up. I've met a lot of good people through this YouTube. Bushman said, Jay, I contributed to the channel, but I'm broke. All my family is dead, and I'm lucky to even type this. Hey, thank you for just being here, man. Ernest Strunk said, Cleveland, Ohio, rocking with you. Hey, salute, man. Oregon in the room, salute. Luke Hutchinson said, hey, Jay, thanks for your videos. It's helped me through a hard time. Big respect. Hey, I'm just glad to help, man. I'm glad to hear people are listening, and that's what makes this worth doing. James Johnson, going on 6 years now, thanks to you, bro. Thanks for the shout-out memories I don't want to go back to. Been in and out since 14. Say, God, if you read this, okay, please. No doubt, man. Salute, James. Justin Poole, Jay, I know there's some amazing artists behind bars. Did you see anything remarkable? Yeah, there's a dude named Spike. Spike is out now. Spike did a lot of time in prison, like a lot of time. I want to say Spike was down like 30 plus years. And a dude named Slim that has no tattoos. Slim's got a photographic memory, just like Spike. So you can tell him something you want, and if he's ever seen it in life, he can redraw it identical to what you're looking at. Like whatever picture you might have had, he can recreate it out of his head without seeing it. My homeboy QQ, if you're watching, tap in from New York. He did Q's whole back with a 64 Impala with the Spanish dude with the Ruka on his side, and dude, it got down to the details. The dude having like the fishnet wife beater on. Like there are dudes in there that can draw portraits that the apps on your phones can't touch. Eric Talent, a salute. I've seen dudes that could sing that you can put on any stage and that will blow people away. Musicians with instruments, guys on basketball courts that can play on any NBA court. Trying to help. I wouldn't run. Wise Norden said, I have all the young men I mentor listen and teach them about making better choices in their lives. Keep it up, bro. Thank you. And tell them I said thank you for listening. Big Factsville said, nice hat, man. You already know. Red Raiders game. Let me get caught up. Ryan Turner, big salute to you, Jay. Respect your vision and stories. Praying for you to get that Red Bull advertisement. Real deal, Brody. Pause. Red Bull. Red Bull has actually replaced my alcohol. That's what happened. I was so used to drinking and just having something all day to put to my mouth that once I quit drinking, like, I found out that it was just the habit. You ever seen like an old country man that chews on a stick or something? I've met dudes that used to smoke and to stop smoking, they chew on sticks. With a Red Bull, to me, it's pretty much, you know, replace the alcohol. Richard Ori said, well, they give you painkillers in prison, depending on what's wrong with you. If you got cancer, yes. If you get stabbed or something, they'll give you something initially when you get brought in while they stitch you up. But after that, they're gonna Motrin you and aspirin you to death. James Johnson, will this live stream be able to be saved? I like to use the shout outs you give me directly as more inspiration. Absolutely. Spud says, how's old boy doing that you picked up from Greensville? Is he doing okay? Yeah, he's all right, man. He's dealt with a bunch of little setbacks here, but he's all right, staying sober. John DePressman, Jay, love you, man. Thanks for your inspiration. Lost says, shout out from Parents France. Hey, salute. But will they give you painkillers in prison? If you have cancer, I've seen the cancer guys get oxys, morphines, things like that. But you as an individual, no, you're not getting them. Eddie Ivan Moon, if you and your wife ever mosey on down to Fayetteville, North Carolina, please let me buy y'all a beverage. Salute, fist bump. Salute. Policy Brown, I find your videos so interesting. Every brother is locked up, and I hope that he makes the right decisions one day. I think we all do. My brother's about to come home, and I'm not going to say I doubt him, but I'm scared for him because of him. Like, I don't want to see him, you know, go down that path again. Not only that, I tried to stop him from ending up where he's at, and I took it real rough when he went to prison. Like, I failed him. So I want to see him do the best, and I wish the best for your brother, man. Clint Wright said, Jay, I appreciate you, and thank you for sharing part of your life that most people never understand and really be able to relate to. I'm always entertained. Hey, salute, Clint. Rob Gooby said, Jay, keep up the good work and passing the good word along to all the world. You're doing the community a service. If y'all don't like, a lot of people don't realize, I just retell things I've seen, things I've been through, things I've witnessed, things I've watched other people go through, but I always try to put something positive on it. Prison's always, it's such a negative light shined on it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Prison saved my life. It really did. The prosecutor and the judge that both sent me away, if I was to see them, there is no hard feelings. They knew what they did when they sent me off. It might not have felt like it to my family or the people that love me that were going to lose me for that long. But me going to prison is, I lost me. I had to lose me to find me, if that makes sense. In the midst of all that madness, I come to really, truly realize who I was, what I was capable of, what I didn't like, and what I was missing out here in the world. Trying to catch up. Shitehawk Republican. Salute from Scotland. Sitting in the hospital, watching, waiting on my daughter being born. Class as usual, Jay. Ryan Turner in the house. Rich, where y'all at? Where the Seahawks hats at? I got some in the house. Paul, he said, pause. Rhino pill. Nathan Cole said, I wouldn't be here and free without you, Jay. Thank you. Peace and love, my brother. Hey, peace and love to you too. Keep doing what's right. Cozy Feet, y'all want to know what's up with your homie Jake Aquino. I feel for him. Thanks for being you, Jay. He's at River North now. They transferred him, working on the lawyer. He's got another parole hearing coming up the end of the year. The lawyer's talking like he's going to be able to do something. So I hope that, you know, the lawyer can. Been down a long time, 22 years on a 36-year sentence. He got locked up at, I think, 19 years old. Jordan C. Jay, how you judge of character change or things you notice off rip with people regarding their character? Here's the bad thing that prison did to me. There's a lot of good I got from prison, but some of the bad is that when people approach me or try to become friendly with me, my mind automatically goes back into institutional bid mode. And the first thing I'm wondering is, what do they want from me? What is their angle? What do they seem to gain from me? Like, it's hard for me to trust people because you learn to trust people in there that you would never trust in a million years. And even then, you get let down. Michael's Auto Repair, sending mine to you and your family, brother. Much love and respect. Hey, salute Michael's Auto Repair and thank you, man. So I remember your pill story, Amy Richardson said. Yeah, that was terrible. Short Angler said, Red Bull will kill you just as fast as beer faster. It's called widow juice. Middle-aged dudes' hearts can't help it with all the sugar on top. It shocks the system. I switched to unsweet iced tea. I know what you're saying is true. You ain't lying. But as of recently, I've been a Red Bull junkie. And if Red Bull is what takes me up out of here, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pissed off. I went through all this to be killed by a Red Bull. Now I'm gonna be real mad. Red Bull, y'all better sponsor me then. WV Outdoors, my name is Joe. Shout out from West Virginia. Love your videos. Hey, salute, man. Rich R. Kelly checking in or gonna pay? Neither. R. Kelly's gonna be mixed in with everybody else, man. He's not checking in and he's not paying nobody. Believe it or not, every time R. Kelly goes over to take pictures, it's gonna be a whole bunch of dudes like, come on, let me get a picture of R. Kelly real quick. Like, what advice would you give your 15-year-old self, Jay? Says Kashimoto 99. No friends. Cut the friends off. I was told that a long time ago, and I didn't listen. And I never needed friends to get me in trouble. But at the same time, my friends never stopped me from getting in trouble. They were like mascots, like, yeah, do that shit. Like, they stood by and watched me self-destruct. Homeboy Jimmy in prison told me, he said, I was telling him some stories in the streets, and he was like, I don't know who you was running with out there, man. He's like, you're a good dude, and like, I don't think you've had many real friends in life, because your friends don't let you go do things like that. That's what I would tell my 15-year-old self. Let go of the friends now. Let go of them before they drag you down these rabbit holes, down these wrong roads, before they mislead you, misguide you, and watch you destroy yourself. You know, most people that start off on drugs, they didn't just find some drugs one day and do it. Somebody gave it to them. Know who it usually is? A friend or a family member. Is your mom still living? Yeah, she's still living. We talk here and there. We don't talk a whole lot, but we talk. You know, I love my mom. Is there steroids in prison? I was thinking about this the other day. So many big dudes in prison without a good diet. I'm gonna do a video on this one day, but I'll just give you a little, a small part of it. We used to have this place out here called Powhatan. Powhatan was a big ass prison, and they also had a slaughterhouse at Powhatan. Well, with them having a slaughterhouse, they had cattle, they had all this different stuff out there. They would give these vitamins, these big ass pills, these steroids to these cows and stuff to make them grow faster, because the faster they grow up, the faster they mature, the faster they get sent off to the slaughterhouse. Dudes were coming in where I was at, and they had these big ass vitamin bottles, like a big container of vitamin. You get fish oil and things like that. Dudes that cracked the seal, filled the bottles up with these big ass like cow steroids, and resealed the top and put the lid back on it like it was never open. A lot of dudes thought that they would just get big by eating them and not working out. So you had a whole lot of Jabba the Hutt, big sloppy body, used condom looking ass dudes running around. And then you had dudes that had never lifted weights, eating these things, crushing them up, drinking them like powder, and then hitting the weights and turning into the Hulk. Bossing up. Why you say pause? You drank Red Bull. You like an 80s baby. That's something we don't say because we ain't never on that gay-ish. Pause is just letting me, like, it's my way of saying excuse me. I gotta get super caught up, man. How do I get to the end of this? There we go. Do they let convicts have crops and gardens in Virginia prisons? No, but they do have what's called horticulture. You know how you have different trades you can take. You can take electrical, plumbing, business management, things like that. And they also have horticulture where they teach to grow things. Most of the dudes I know that ever went to horticulture usually only went over there because there was a female teaching it. Richard DeOr, how many people beg you for money now because they think you owe them because you're doing your thing? Nobody really begs me for money, but I help those that need help, and that's a fact. Like just the other night, I took my wife to the river, and I'm one of them dudes that if I see somebody needs help, I'm gonna help them. There are homeless people standing out there, I'm gonna give them money, regardless of what they do with it. My intentions are good, my heart's in the right spot, so it's on them, man. M. Gambino on my 10-minute break. Glad to catch you live. Much love out to Laura County 559. Hey, salute to you in the 559, man. Tampa, Florida, checking in with Justin McAllister. Salute you and the real ones, man. Yeah, somebody said, let's get them likes up. Man, we got 960 people here. If you don't like it, you can hit the thumbs down. Show some love. Hit that like button on the way in, the way out, and you can do it right now. Do they have the dogs and cats in VA like Kentucky? They have dogs. They have a dog program that got shut down because you got a bunch of weird ass dudes with a dog in the cell, nobody to watch them. Not a good idea. So no, we had cats here and there. That's because the cats would sneak in the prison and then they can't get out. Or somebody starts feeding them and then they're like, why would I leave? This dude is feeding me tuna 3 times a day. DeAndre, bro, like, show love, my man. Let me get a shout out. Hey, salute and shout out DeAndre Boatwright, man. Have you ever been locked up from anyone from Buffalo? Nah, my homeboy Q is from upstate New York, but I don't think he's from Buffalo. Jay, what's your favorite food? Vincetti Navarrete said. And favorite food, prison food, and favorite food being out. My favorite food in prison would have to be chicken, but they cut the chicken out a long time ago. And on the streets, it's definitely lasagna. I could smash a whole pan of like homemade lasagna by myself. Paisley Brown, have you ever thought about mentoring at-risk youth? I feel like many could benefit from hearing from your stories. Paisley. Yeah, it's always been a thought, man. It's always been something I wanted to do. But anytime it's ever been brought up, people want me to change this about the channel or change that about the channel to appease to everybody else. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to be fake. This is who I am. This is how I speak. I can't change up everything I do and things not work out. I would love to go back in and speak with the youth. I'd love to go, speak to current men that are incarcerated, women that are incarcerated, and tell them my story and let them know there is a better way. Will it ever happen? I don't know. But if it doesn't happen, this is happening. This saves lives. This helps people. And that's the win-win for me, man. Daniel Lang, what up? Jay from New Orleans, salute, man. John Velasquez, Texas 254, checking in, salute. You like NWA and Easy E? I was raised up on it. You ever been locked up in Atlanta, Georgia? Nah. You ever put in metal work? Little bits of metal work, but I wouldn't call myself no welder, nothing. Like I can spot, tack weld, TIG, MIG, but I'm not. If you put a welder behind me, he'll put me to shame. I know enough to fix it. I didn't grind the hell out of it until you know what I mean? Shaw Angler said you mentor people every day when they show up to work. That's a fact, man. I've got a large majority of the guys that work for me are convicted felons. They've all turned their lives around or they wouldn't be working for me. And it starts with you showing people that it can be done. My old head, Norman Jenkins Sr., salute to him, man. He told me, he said, Jay, if I had your hand, I'd throw mine in. He said, cruising through the streets in my 6'4". Max Power CEO, New York Heavy. Jay, what music you like? I listen to a lot of rap, a lot of R&B, old school R&B. You know what I mean? Tony, Jodeci, Gerald Levert, stuff like that. I'll listen to some rock, but I'm not into the heavy rock. Like that shit gives me like a panic attack. Like I feel like I should run head first into a wall or something. Like that shit. I don't like anything that confuses me, and that hardcore rock shit just makes me want to just bang my head into, you know what I mean, the side of something. So, I listen to a lot of rap, man. More rap than anything. Gates, Boosie, Jay, all the D Block. Yeah, a lot of up north, East Coast stuff, a lot of West Coast stuff. Was on that Nipsey stuff before Nipsey died. Will you ever do a video about prison weapons? I have, Bubba McCaster, and I'll do a new one. He said East Side of the Trailer Park representing. I've done more of the weapons that people don't know about in prison. Everybody knows about shanks and knives and locks and socks. You know what I mean? I got more into along the lines of the things people didn't realize were weapons. Chill Will said, smash that like button, everybody support the channel. Hey, thank you, Big Chill Will. Chill Will's always here, man. Chill Will was around when I was still getting it out the mud, man. When I couldn't imagine there being 1,000 people alive. There was a time when I was doing this and there was 2-3 people, man. And now look at this. It's beautiful. Yeah, baby oil, dangerous. Fish oil, fish grease. You know they say hottest fish grease? They sell this fish in a pack. You tear the top off, pour that in a cup, and microwave it and throw it on somebody. People 50 years from now will be like, what happened to your face? It will take the meat off. It will take it down to muscle to where when you wipe it, you're wiping and you're permanently disfigured. He said the Muslim oil. Yeah, the same thing with the Muslim oil, which is pretty much just cologne. But it's oily. It's not like a spray. It's oil. Guerneville, North Carolina, checking in. Jamie Willis says, shout out from Indiana. Thanks for keeping it real. Salute, respect. Charisma Matisse Lee. Hey, Jay, I've been watching your content for about a year. I interview adults on their childhoods. I'd love to interview you if you're interested. Hit me up on Instagram and put, childhood interview in the topic or on our email. Jay Let's Live Life on Instagram, and it's I want to say it's Jay Let's Live Life at Gmail. Easy K, what's up, man? He said, yo, Jay, Alabama in the house, watching shows several times a week, even the ones I've seen before. Laugh out loud. Trey Blogs, hey, salute. Cheryl Wilson, I knew that you would grow. Real recognize real. Salute. You're not finished yet, Jay. I'm not. I'm just getting started. All this is, and y'all, it'll all make sense later on. All this is just the intro. This is just what it's going to take for me to get my foot in the door, get recognized, and get to the next level of where I want to be. I'm happy with this. I eat off YouTube. I eat off construction. I'm reaching people with it. I'm happy with this, but I'm not done. I'm not done. I want to do things that haven't been done yet. And there's a lot. You know what I mean? They say people get rich off of things that have already been invented. It's a true fact. YouTube is here. What hasn't been done on YouTube? The prison genre's been done, but what hasn't been done? P. Worthington, do you get a pass for snitching on someone when you're charged with a crime someone else you know did? See, here's the thing. By the time the truth gets out about stuff like that, you've already been labeled. Snitching on a crime that, I mean, I guess if you were charged with it and somebody else did it and let you fall for it, I don't know. Prison's a big soap opera, so usually if you get caught a snitch, you're just a snitch until proven otherwise. And if people say, well, that dude did the crime and I was just telling on him because he really did it, I don't know, man. Don't be involved with people that are committing crimes and you ain't really got to worry about shit like that. And damn sure don't be committing crimes. Anonymous Discoveries. How has your view of love changed since you got out? Let me tell you, 10 years by yourself is lonely. You go to sleep by yourself. Wake up by yourself. Got a couple homeboys you kick it with, but you can't really tell nobody how you feel emotionally. Only when it's anger or something like that. So you grow cold over time. Distance yourself from anybody that does try to love you. When I'm hard to love. I know I'm hard to love, and that's because I'm like a light switch. I know that I'm used to at any given moment, I can just walk away from whatever it is. I can take that love, hit that switch, turn it off, and go cold. Because that's what I've learned to do. That's what trusting people has taught me to do. But with the family I have now, my wife, my kids, I've learned to love again. And me having love for people, and I really believe this, the love I have for my family, my kids, my wife, has played a major part in me being here. I never really knew what my calling was or what my gift was until my second son was born. Because I wasn't here to see my first son grow up. But with my second son, when he was born, I realized what my calling in life was. My calling was to be a dad. And that's something I'm great at. I'm a great father. And I think that's why I'm good with what I do here, because there's a lot of people that need guidance. Salute Jonathan Morrison. I'm trying to catch up. Anytime I talk, man, like another 100 comments come in. I feel like a tour of your old neighborhood would be dope. Also, we want to see the tattoos you have and the ones you did. We'll get on that. You know, there's a couple times I've gone through my old neighborhoods and I've actually stopped and started recording, and I'm like, why am I even here? Why even take people here? Why am I here? It's nothing nice. Someone said, have you been locked up with anyone famous? Famous as far as like killing people on TV. That's about it. Nobody y'all would know is like, most of the famous people end up going to the feds, or they bury them in some prison where they're not really going to have to worry about a whole lot. They don't usually end up on majors. Or braces allowed in prison. If you come in with them, they're not going to put braces in your mouth. They'll give you some dentures. They'll snatch one of your teeth out or clean your teeth and break one of them. Easy case of Jay, we rock with you because you're real. We tell you don't see color or race. You just see real. That's all there is. Somebody told me once, a dude told me, he said, you know, if you peeled our skin off, we all look the same, man. He said, when you turn the lights off, we're all the same. He said, there's ignorant white people, there's ignorant black people, there's ignorant everybody's. That's just what it is, man. Where we were raised up, I can get where racism comes from, because I've talked to a lot of stupid people and been around a bunch of different people. I think for the most part that that shit is something that goes on inside the household. Not always, not always, but a lot of it's got to do with your upbringing. If you come up with some parents that teach you, because that's what a lot of that is learned behavior. To hate others, that's what you're gonna do. You know, it was crazy. And this is my mom, and if I can ever get my mom on, I'll have my mom verify this. People say your dad's not Indian. My dad, which this makes no sense to me, disliked my mom because my mom was white. I think that's why he had such a problem with me. My brothers and sisters are more tan than me. Like my brother Jesse and the rest of them, they're more tan than me. I still tan up good, but my dad was an Indian man married to a white woman that didn't like white people. I bring friends home, be like, man, you need to get the little cracker kids out the house. Tell the little honkies to go down the street and play somewhere. I be like, man, what the hell? My friends are looking like, what is wrong with your dad? My dad was also raised up on a reservation where it was nothing but Indian people. And I guess once he got off the reservation and started exploring more, you know, he made friends. But growing up, we weren't taught to hate anybody. The craziest part, if anything, my dad was trying to instill in us to not like white people. Like, what am I supposed to do? I train one tweeze. I don't need Netflix anymore. When I go, let's live live. Here's my monthly fee. Hey, thanks, man. And a lot of my aunts and uncles were like that. A lot of my aunts and uncles did not like white people. But almost all of them had children with white people. Richard Thorburn said racism is taught from family. That's how I've always looked at it. If you want to get a good glimpse of who somebody's going to be or a child, just take a look at their parents. If you are raised up by two bums that sit on the couch all day long and do nothing, it's a no-brainer. You may become the third bum on the couch. Same thing with racism. If you grow up in a house where somebody's constantly talking down on other races, calling people names, being hateful, don't be surprised when your child grows up the same way. Kim Smith said, I never learned anything about racism growing up. What we learned growing up was defend one another. Our neighborhoods were always so diverse, and there were so many different, types of people and different races in it that I didn't know a lot of, me growing up, I didn't know any racist people around me. Now, in North Carolina, back in the 80s, you would see like the rebel flag, which at that time it wasn't considered a symbol of hate like people have made it out to be today. But as far as like everybody being racist, I remember there was a black dude, and this was in the mid 80s, and a white woman that lived next door to us. I'm not sure if they were married, but they had kids. And at the time, you could have picked them up and put them in another neighborhood, and people would have looked at them crazy. But in our neighborhood, it was just like, all right, so what? Just my opinion. If you ever snitched on someone, never. Never. Let me tell you, my homeboy, my homeboy Bunkin said. He said, you know the reason why we can go anywhere out here, why everybody deals with us out here continuously? Because every time we get in trouble, we go to prison. Every time we get in trouble, we get locked up. He said, watch the ones that are constantly in trouble and not going away. If you do enough dirt, you're eventually going to get mud. You're eventually going to prison, man. I've done way too much time. Like, I've had the options. Anybody that's ever been interrogated knows them cops come in. What you know about this? What you know about that? What you know about this? Lawyer, man. Ving Lee said, salute Jay Riley from Kansas City. Again, I'm a stonemason. The bricklayer is hard work, and I respect that you do. Camaraderie ship is key. Facts, man. Salute, man. Hot One Candy said, why do you always pause when you're about to drink something? I know it's off topic. It's my way of saying excuse me. And it catches your attention, so it worked. Andre92 said, what's up, Jay? Do you have any more stories about Wild Man and Big K? Got plenty of stories about Wild Man. Big K's time out there was short lived. They got him the hell off there and put him somewhere where he needed to be. Nah, we were taught. See, here's the difference between today's generation and being in the era I grew up. When I grew up, if I came home and told on my brother for something, first my dad's gonna beat my ass before he beats his ass. He's gonna beat my ass for telling on my brother. Then he's gonna beat my brother's ass for whatever my brother did. And then now me and my brother got to fight. We were just raised different. We were raised in a time where if you told on somebody, your whole family would disown you. Like, that's just the facts. Now it's like people are, look, you're not built for prison. You know, there's some guys in there that are like this. Like, you might not want to go to prison. You better tell them, boys. That wasn't an option growing up. The last thing you better do is come home and tell your mama or daddy, yeah, man, they was going to lock me up, so I told on everybody. R.I.P. I had a son. Jake Harrell, a salute. That's exactly how it was growing up. You didn't tell. Yavini, I respect that you know what hard work is. Definitely. I didn't get to where I'm at by not working. Rayton Cantor, you're real. Hey, thank you. Salute. Mr. CK said, Jay, you ever kick it with Josh? Lockdown 23-1 in VA. I think y'all were in on the same bid. We were in on the same bid, but we were on two different yards. The yard that he was on and the yard that I was on is split by a weight pile down the middle and 8 building. He was on 9 build yard. I was on 7 build yard. The only reason I remember him is because of some of the tattoos I've seen on his YouTube channel that he's got on him. But as far as us being able to kick it, we were in 2 different buildings. Max Power said, Jay shot me out my wife bunking. Don't believe I got you on live, bro. Hey, Max Power, salute, man. And shout out to bunking. Dada Dave, love your content, God. What tribes was your pops, by the way? Just curious. Keep it real, homie. One. Cherokee. And he was raised, for anybody from North Carolina that knows where Cherokee, North Carolina is, there's an actual reservation out there I used to go to when I was young because that's where my dad's mom lived. And you want to talk about run? I'm this little white kid with blonde hair. I'm the only kid out there. And the reservations don't have like roads. They got like, it's dirt. The moment we would get there, my dad would be like, man, get outside with them kids and play. And he would go in his mom's house. The whole time we were there, we just fought. There's a whole bunch of little Indian kids that just wanted to beat me up because I looked white. Good times, man. VA 2 up, 2 down. What's good, my man? Hey, what's up? Salute, man. Once again, shout out to Max Powers and Bunkin. Inmates say they don't snitch, but snitch on officers. Yeah, pretty much. There's really no code when it goes to the officers and the inmates, because his job is to lock you up and get you in trouble all day. Dudes, they don't see that as snitching. No. Now, if you and the officer agree to fight, and you know what I mean, that's what it is, then y'all fight. If he beats you up, you don't go tell. But if the dude's gonna stand there and lie on you and be like, Williams just pulled a knife on me, you a lie. You a motherfucking lie. Ain't nobody pulled no knife on you. But you're not even supposed to interact with the guards like that to ever even have to worry about that. Y'all are 2 different ends of the spectrums. They're over there, you over here. Try to avoid each other. There's a lot of different ways to bid. And messing with them guards ain't one of the ways, man. Zarugas, what constitutes snitching? With the old dude telling his cellmate MS-13 story count? What's the line? Nah, that wasn't snitching. Snitching is when you are looking to gain something out of telling on somebody, trying to get yourself out of a situation or passing the buck. People don't understand the difference. They really don't. If that was an old ass man that this young MS-13 dude was in there whooping up on and stealing from. They pushed up on him and asked him, what's going on? He ain't snitched. He didn't get nobody locked up. He didn't get nobody sent to prison. Ain't no cops get called. He let his gang know what the hell this your little punk dude was doing, and they handled him. Dorothy said, salute from Baltimore. Is Wild Man still alive? No, he's dead. Wild Man is 100% dead. So I got to get caught up, y'all. Couple more minutes and I'm going to have to jump up out of here. Y'all know what's coming up on bedtime. Got spaghetti in the house. I haven't even eaten yet because I came out here to hop in the lab with y'all. Jay Smith, I'm in Charlottesville. Been watching for a minute. Used to be in Carytown by the old bus station lot. Where you live? I'm off Hall Street. I live in Richmond off Hall Street. 215 the building. Go Birds. You know, I had an Eagles hat on today. I think I'm going to wear that for tomorrow's video. Colin Lindsay, Jay, thank you for the content. Usually a great way to end my day on my ride home from work. Yes, sir. Hey, salute, Cons. Thank you, man. Baltimore in the house. Jeffrey Atkinson got your shirt and hoodie. Hey, thank you. Salute. Thank you for checking out the merchandise. I'm about to pull a lot of the merchandise down because Halloween's coming. And for any of y'all that know me, know about me, horror-related stuff, Halloween is absolutely my favorite holiday. So I'm going to do a Halloween line. Something you can wear year-round. For the horror fans, they can wear it year-round. And I'm going to take some of what's currently up down. John Smith, what's good? Jay Venom here since 10K subscribers. Appreciate it. Salute. Toothache in prison, you're hit. Don't get sick and don't get a toothache. You will go through it. It might be 5 days before you get to see a dentist. Max Powers, thanks for the shout. You the real. Hey, salute, Max. You and Bunkin, man. Y'all have a good night. Sean Luby, congrats on all your success. Jay, you certainly earned it. Your sons are certainly going to succeed in life based on your example. Devotion and integrity. Cheers, Sean. Hey, salute, Sean. I try to teach. I'm more of a hands-on. Like with y'all, I talk because that's all I can do. When it comes to my sons, I try to lead by example. You know, a lot of people be like, don't do that, but then turn around and be a hypocrite and do the same thing. That's not how you raise your children. Chill Will said over 1,000. Let's get the likes over 1,000. Y'all hit that like real quick. Run them up, man. It's free. It don't cost nothing. Do COs target other inmates? Absolutely. Do not get in there. Don't get in there to begin with. But if you do get in there, the last thing you want to do is make enemies with a guard. They have all the control over your life. When you eat, when your door opens, they can lie on you, write you up. All the guards got to do is say you slapped them, and guess what? In the court of law, you slapped them. They don't need no video evidence. They don't need nobody else to corroborate their story. They're going to take the guard's story over yours all day long. Why? They're a sworn officer of the law, correction officer. You're an inmate in prison. Who are they going to believe? Do not mess with the guards, man. I'd see the young dudes yelling at the guards, and the old heads would tell them, man, if you ain't going to do nothing, shut up. And don't stand there and bump your gums all day, running your mouth. Leave the guards alone. Why you going to run your mouth to them and keep them in here, making the whole dorm hot, the whole pod hot? Little Bobby Nelson said, were you ever locked up with Big Lance? No, I know who he is. I've seen him on YouTube. I was locked up. My homeboy KO. Shout out to KO if you ain't here, Mike. Knows Big Lance. I ain't never had nobody say nothing bad about him. But he was at the same compound I was at. I don't think we were there at the same time. I got shipped from Greensville middle towards the end of 2012 and ended up coming home July 10th, 2014. Did you ever encounter a CO that treated you with respect? Yes. I can't. A lot of people get in here, think fuck COs and go in on them. I can't do that because not all of them were scumbags. Now, you got some that the last thing you want is them to have a bad day at home and then come to work. Go in your cell, avoid the dude. You know, you ever just go to work just angry? Imagine going to work angry, and in that day, you got 100 different dudes that disrespect you. Some of them dudes snap. I've met some that I've ran across in the streets, like Lieutenant Golden. Shout out to Lieutenant Golden. The man always treated me with respect. He treated me like a human. Never treated me like an inmate. Always, how you doing, Jay? I ran into him at a 7-Eleven. We stood there and chopped it up for a minute. He was like, I always knew you would do good. And then there's been other ones that disrespected me. I ran into the one dude at a gas pump at like 2 something in the morning, and he looked scary, like he was gonna die. I was like, yeah, you remember me now, man. So I ain't gonna do nothing to you. I could. Nothing you can do about it right now. I'm not locked up, but it's not who I am, and you're lucky. Watch how you treat people, because the next time somebody stand at the gas pump remembers you from the jail or from prison, they might not be so nice, man. Mind your manners, say, Jay, I was a CEO from SCI Walmart for 6 years. Waymart. I'm a PO now in Scranton. You speak the truth. Yes, CEOs listen and have respect. Salute, my fan. Hey, salute. Thank you, man. Andrew Goody says, salute from Birmingham, Alabama. Great content, great storyteller. Thank you, man. Salute. Well, look, I hate to jump out, but I got my little man in the house. I still need to hit the shower. Still need to eat dinner. We'll go back live. You know a guy named Beezy. That sounds familiar. We'll go back live again this week. New video coming tomorrow. I love all y'all. But look, anyway, these jails, institutions, these prisons, detention centers, all just crazy world outside of this already crazy world we live in. And as always, y'all know what I'm doing, man. Just trying to keep y'all entertained. Are you not entertained? Like always, this is Jay Williams. Let's live life. To all my real ones and the awesome real ones watching, because y'all still watching me. Y'all know how we do, man. Salute. Y'all have a good night.